Peace be upon you all again. I am back. My name is Ahmed Sami. We are going to continue our episodes of Coding World. We stopped last time on memory section and welcome back from memory, so we can move to the next one. What we call it variables. So let's get it on. What is variables? So hey, welcome to variables area, the place where we will know how to give the address in the memory a name. So variables, yes. What do you mean with variables? So it's so difficult for us as a humans, as we mentioned in previous episodes, that to remember the memory addresses where we stored our data. So for that reason, we are going to give this address a name. I think it's clear. Yes, cool. So it will be a human memorable name for each data address, right? Yes, right. Name for each address and data type also. So we are, as a human, when we read the program we wrote, we can understand from the name what this variable holds. Okay? Yes, name, I think I understand, or you can understand, but what is data type? A valid question. So when you write a software, you have different type of data to deal with, such as numbers, letters, booleans, etc. Machine didn't understand that data type. It understands only 0 and 1. That's for machine to understand 0 and 1. So for what reason we have already this data type? Let's continue. So we write the type of data. For us as a human to understand the operation we need to process on this data. For example, if data is numbers, so you can do addition, subtraction, concatenating, and so on. If the data is letters, for numbers you can do concatenating. But I mean for letters you can do concatenating data, or for letters you can rearrange the data, the letters. If it's a phrase, you can rearrange the phrase, you can do stuff like this. So for each data type we have a specific operation which we can do or we can't do. For that reason we are using this data type. So when we write our programming language, we will have error if we start misusing operation with some kind of data which didn't accept this kind of operation. So data type is, you can see it something like a protection, something protect you from doing mistake while you are writing your program. So the underline, this data will be converted to machine language, which 0 and 1. I hope yes that you understood. So for me, that's a question. Do I have an example how we write this command? For sure. Look, generally the syntax of how this declaration looks like is different from programming language to one another. So in general, it will be something like that, the following. You type the variable name, give it data type, then give it a value. Or you type the data type and the variable name and you give it a value. In some programming language, dynamically it will decide what is the data type depends on the value which we give it to this variable name. But in general common, all the programming language you should have variable name and value. The data type, it could be determined from the underline operation. It depends on the programming language which you are using, but the concept is variable name and value. Okay, hope so. So now that for each data we create a variable, correct, give it a name, correct, and this name will be point to a place in the memory that we call it address. But what if we need to store in one variable? In one variable, a collection of data. Good question, by the way. I'm glad that you asked such a question, which will take us to the next topic, arrays, where we can store in one variable a collection of data from the same type. But for now, let's watch a short video of how storing and retrieving data by name and value done. So please enjoy the video. See you next section. Okay, as you can see, now we are retrieving the data from the memory address by the name and we're getting its value. You send data to the memory address, you give the variable name, and you give it a value. Name, value, and so on and so on. That's how we store data in the memory address, then later on we can retrieve it. So that was a short memory retrieving, storing data demonstration. Arrays are coming soon, so to be continue. Wait for me. If you like it, share, comments please. If you want to ask for something, subscribe as I hope, and see you in next section arrays. Have a great coding time. Bye bye.